If there's anything that I've learned about this game, it's that it's never quote unquote that simple. But I feel like this is a good place to start. We should be able to have it so that the light vehicles will end up on top. Hopefully. Okay, good. Now, so long as the ambulance takes its sweet time. I like the fact that you're not going fast, and I especially like the fact that you're not falling through the bridge. Oh my God, is it actually that simple? I can't believe that. Oh my God. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Polybridge 2, the only game where Slinkies are considered a completely acceptable bridge building material. Okay, I said that they were acceptable, not that they were good. So when we last left off, I had totally not rage quit trying to get this motorcycle through a pack of fighter jets. Yeah, this is what civil engineering is these days. And I built a pretty good bridge. It turned out really promising. Problem was, I had underestimated this motorcycle. Or overestimated it, technically. I assumed that it was made by Harley-Davidson and not Fisher-Price. It clearly doesn't have enough 9-volt batteries to get up over a big, beautiful bridge, but I'm not ready to give up on this design quite yet. I feel like it just needs to be a little bit less round. As a professional bridge builder, I probably shouldn't say this, but if she can't get up this incline, I'm just gonna hurl her into the sea on purpose. Like, there's absolutely no excuse at this point. You go straight up, you go straight back down. Yeah, there's a little peak in the middle that you're gonna have to figure out, but I'm sure you'll be incentivized by the turbine engine strapped to missiles that are gonna be whizzing through your no-no square. Would you really be surprised if I talked a lot of crap to the cyclist just to have this bridge fall apart under its own weight? Because it always happens. Like, every time I feel confident about something in this game, it ends up spitting in my face. And I'm not into that Polybridge 2, so could you maybe help me out a little bit and keep it together? How does that look? Nice and symmetrical, not too steep, missing very important cables. Wouldn't want to forget those. Do a little something like that. We're still under budget. Okay, now, question is, will it crumple? 71% stress without a vehicle is not great. Oh, yeah! And then nice and fast down the other side. Oh, you have to turn around and come back? Why did those jets just fly into the ocean? The submarine jets? Why don't I get that kind of budget? Okay, you should be able to come across just as easily, right? It's symmetrical. If you can go over, then you can come back. And there you have it. No hydraulics, no drawbridges. I get to do it my way. The nearly lethal way. Looks like Chris Angel's back in his dune buggy, and once again, he wants me to figure out some kind of jump for him. They only gave me 9 pieces of road, so I would assume you want me to fling you off towards the flag? Does that sound about right? So I would assume we're gonna do a little something like this, maybe? I wanna get a whole lot of momentum right off the start and then kinda curl into the ramp rather than just go straight down and straight up. I might be able to fill that in, not quite, but you know what? I think that might do it. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Ramps are really just cool bridges when you think about it. Like, we don't have nearly enough transportation ramps. I would start some kind of petition, but at the same time, I don't leave the house, so I don't really care. I feel like this is pretty good. Like, the one difference is with a bridge, you only need to worry about it falling apart. With a ramp, you need to worry about it falling apart, and where the vehicle is gonna end up. Like, if we overshoot flag A here, is it not gonna count? Because we don't have much of a takeoff angle. I was kind of hoping for one more piece of road. I really don't want health and safety right up my butt, so how about we do something like this? For safety. Yeah, there we go. We'll get a little bit more air. That way you should stand a much better chance at taking a swim. I think that last change is what screwed things there. Bridge builders don't have Control Z in real life, do they? Because if that's the case, then sign me up. I could just hit a couple of buttons, run it again, and then pretend like nothing broke and no one drowned and everything went according to plan. So I was right the first time around. It's just health and safety's fault. They're always getting in the way. Oh, this is not gonna end well for anyone. We've got Tonka Daddy back once again, hauling a bunch of copies of Fallout 76 to the incinerator, I would assume. A noble cause, no doubt, except to get him across the river, we have to build a bridge that's largely made out of cables. Which seems easy enough, right? Because I got a general idea how to do this. I've done it before. We use the 2 pieces of metal that they gave to make structures here, and then we connect the cable like this, and then we build a bridge out of wood in the middle, and then hope for the best, but at the same time, it still feels like I'm going bungee jumping using thread. And there's our problem. They gave us exactly 14 pieces of wood, which not only puts us over budget, but also doesn't make a bridge. Like, this is gonna do nothing but fall apart. No, you weren't supposed to go yet. I was kind of holding out hope there that the driver might be okay. Maybe he could get out and grab hold of some of his cargo. Sometimes turds float. Let me guess, I'm supposed to do a little something like this. Now, if I suspend all of the individual triangles, then I probably don't need to support in between them. Except I'm dramatically over budget and haven't even gotten to the middle of the bridge yet. Actually, you know what? What middle of the bridge? I don't know what you guys are talking about. I've clearly gotten to everything. I don't think skimping out on materials like this is a good idea, but you know what? I'm willing to give it a try. There's no way. No way. Really? Okay. Why do you always hold out just long enough to give me a glimmer of hope? What if instead of a suspension bridge, we tried something like a tension bridge, I guess is what you would call this? I mean, don't get me wrong, all of my bridges are pretty friggin' tense. But at the same time, we're not suspending anything. Nothing is being dangled. It's more so being like pulled to the sides, nice and taut. Hopefully that will do something. I mean, it's doing something. Oh my God, no! It was so close. That doesn't make any sense. It's perfectly symmetrical. Why would it be fine at the beginning and break right at the finish line? You know what? We're lobotomizing this entire part of the bridge. Lobotomizing? No, amputating is the word that I'm thinking of. It feels like I want to be lobotomized right now, but no. In fact, we're just gonna do something like this. There you go. Now it should be perfectly symmetrical, perfectly even. There is no excuse. If you can go over the left half, then you should be able to go over the right half. And I don't want to hear any of your crap. It just doesn't make sense. It's really starting to look like my days of skimming money off the top of these budgets are long behind me, because I am absolutely struggling to stay under budget at all anymore. What if we try something like this? Because now it's both a suspension bridge and a tension bridge. We're kind of dangling it and pulling outwards, opposite angle of the force and so on and so forth. That sounds smart. Do I know what I'm talking about? Probably not. When you trial and error with people's lives, you could really only come out a winner, though. 99.8%. Is that like a common thing in Polybridge? Because I am constantly coming up with that number. Like, maybe I'm just really good at tickling the taint of death, but I doubt it. These levels really aren't gonna get any easier moving forward, are they? This is practically 2 levels mixed into one. We've got 2 different vehicles, and we pretty much need to build 2 distinct bridges side by side. We gotta build one that's dangling from a hot air balloon, which we need to go under because it's in the way, and then we have to build another that's gonna go over an oncoming steamboat, or probably build a drawbridge that's gonna get out of its way. As much as I hate doing that, I really doubt we're gonna be able to duck all the way under and then back up and over this thing. That old man on the scooter has about as much torque as an Allen key, so this is about as good as it's gonna get. Except we're also gonna have to come from this side, doing something like this. And then let me guess, that's not gonna connect. Well, fortunately, I know what I'm doing. I should be able to do something like that and fill it in, and there you have it. That is the road now to make it not fall down. You know what? Once you get your path sorted out and a couple of basic triangles in there, it doesn't look that bad. Almost deceivingly simple. Again, I'm waiting for the point where it's all gonna go terribly wrong because this actually looks quite sturdy. I should be able to suspend from you. That'll make everything quite good over here. We got metal in the middle, and then this is gonna be the drawbridge, so we're gonna want you to push out of the way, and we don't want this to explode. I think that's everything. Am I actually gonna nail a level on the first try? I can't believe it. It looks like everything is gonna go horribly wrong at the starting line. Oh, not that big a deal, okay? All we gotta do is tweak a couple of angles. Everything is gonna be fine. We all fall down at the starting line every now and then. Is that better? I wanna say that that's better. You should have a nice smooth decline. Nope. It wasn't the fact that he just kind of jumped off it, it's the fact that that end is weak as crap. There's the minor snafu that I can't really move this up all that much more, otherwise you're gonna drive straight into the bottom of that balloon. Which is the last thing that we want, but maybe a little bit more down here would help somehow. This can't keep breaking, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. And why do you have to hit the ramp so fast? Like, I know somebody's dying, but now even more people are dying. I'm just gonna have to keep reinforcing the parts that they break through trial and error in the hopes that eventually they won't be able to break anything. Oh, come on, work with me here just a little bit. I just wanna reach this. Ah, fine, I'll use metal. I don't wanna use metal, I don't like spending money. There, there's no way. There's no way you can break that. Everything is nice and secure. Just slow the frig down. You barely skim underneath that. There we go. Okay, now, I hate this game. I have now tweaked this thing like 100 times, and the ambulance always finds a way to take a swim, or the bridge always finds a way to pull itself apart. So I am so desperate that I'm gonna try something that I have never tried in this game before. We're gonna use reinforced road. I don't even know what this is. Like, I would assume that it's just a more expensive, stronger version of the road. The road keeps breaking there, so I would imagine now it might not. I know, real complex engineering theories getting thrown around here. Stronger, maybe no break. Okay, now, okay. We have liftoff, we have clearance. Now, please, just set it down gently. Nice and slow. We don't want to startle the old man on the scooter. Now, old man, don't screw me. For the love of God, you're so light and so fast. Why are you so fast? Don't. Okay, no. It's fine. I'm not a cop. I'm not issuing speed tickets. I'm just looking to get out of here. Like, I know for you guys, these levels can sometimes only be like 2 or 3 minutes because I try to get through like a dozen in a video, but for me, they could be 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. So when you finally get through it, it feels like a huge accomplishment. So we've got another tricky one on our hands, but I feel like I've explored this theory before. Like, we've got 3 vehicles, 2 of them are light, 1 of them is heavy. We need to sort them out, except we don't have hydraulics. What we do have are springs. So we're gonna have to build some kind of bridge that moves differently depending on the weight of the vehicle. If we did something like this, and then suspended it by a spring? What if it was just that simple? If there's anything that I've learned about this game, it's that it's never quote unquote that simple. But I feel like this is a good place to start. We should be able to have it so that the light vehicles will end up on top. Hopefully. Okay, good. Now, so long as the ambulance takes its sweet time. I like the fact that you're not going fast, and I especially like the fact that you're not falling through the bridge. Oh my God, is it actually that simple? I can't believe that. Oh my God. Come on. Wait, it was right there. I hate this game so much. Oh my god, I don't need to cry when playing this, but I can't help myself. We're gonna learn from our mistakes and replace the wood with metal so that hopefully it doesn't spontaneously combust at the finish line. And then I think the added weight from the metal will probably make the springs droop lower. So we might want to, yeah, have them stretch just a little bit. Just like 10% each. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that should be pretty good for you. I like it. Now, ambulance, I have done everything in my power to accommodate you. All you have to do is squeak on through. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Frig. Why must you always leave destruction in your wake? I don't suppose you're gonna go save that guy, are you? Reinforced road worked before, maybe it'll work again? I don't know if that's actually gonna be heavier or not, but even if it is, I feel like we had a little bit of wiggle room there. Like if anything, we want it to be a little bit lower. How does that look? Okay, good for you. Now, again, the ambulance. Could you guys maybe like pull the lights in or like pop the tires? We just need like a touch more clearance, that's all. Just a little bit. Oh, okay, good. Yes, I don't care that you're on your roof. You can suck it, that's your own fault. You can save yourselves because we're in the clear. So it was the perfect design. We just needed to not skimp out on materials. Listen, I'd rather fail a whole bunch and die laughing than get it right on the first attempt. I don't even mind if the levels are challenging so long as they're interesting, and this is definitely one of the most interesting and unique levels that we've seen yet. By the looks of things, we've got the Monopoly Man stowed away on some kind of tractor trailer. I'm guessing he didn't pay his income tax, and rather than going to jail, they just repossessed his car. But he's not gonna let them get away with that. Once this thing stops, he's gonna take off. We need to help him with his fast and furious moves. I'm thinking we do a little something like this, and then we should be able to disconnect here, and then just lift the entire thing up, right? So we only need to build one bridge. This is another one of those it can't be that simple moments. It really feels like once you get to the later stages in this game, it's not about building a bridge, it's about figuring out how the bridge you've built is gonna explode before it happens, which is why I'm using metal on the first attempt, something that I very rarely do, but I doubt wood is gonna be able to support this. If anything, this might not even be able to support things. I'm not sure how I feel about a hydraulic being the only support, but I can't really support it any other way. You're gonna want to expand, right? How much would you expand? 35? Maybe 45? I don't know. Yeah, let's go with 45, screw it. It's better to be too high than too low. The Monopoly Man can do a sweet jump. That looks fine. Okay, it doesn't fall apart under its own weight. Technically, this is 3-ish vehicles going at once. I don't like seeing things go red. So close. We're gonna swap in a reinforced road, and I'm gonna use metal here in the middle, because I feel like wood is gonna let me down. I'm happy that I actually tried out reinforced road this episode, because it's been a very useful tool. Hopefully, it works out again. Oh yeah, oh okay. Every time I feel confident, it spikes up into the red. Now, is that gonna be... It's not gonna be enough? What? No, it was so close. Can you maybe like pull a wheelie? Like just lean back hard in your seat? Okay, not that hard, idiot. Even if I maxed out that hydraulic, it wouldn't have made a difference. So I'm gonna switch it. This way, it should be pushing it even more. And it might even support even better because technically it's less angled, right? Don't make a fool out of me, okay? Yeah, like it didn't shoot up into the 80s that time, only low 70s. Yep. Why? You know what, I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Poly Bridge 2, guys. It's only fitting that we end off on a place like this, you know, with a failure, to give us a place to pick up next episode, if you guys want to see another one. Now, these videos have been doing surprisingly well. It's the reason that I keep returning, so keep leaving a like on the video, leaving a comment letting me know, and I'll return to hopefully fish the Monopoly Man out of the bottom of this river. But thanks so much for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.